Hey everyone, we are back. I'm here with my client Leslie Klatt, who is going to share with us how she enrolled 4 high-ticket clients from doing a launch, live challenge in her group. Pretty small group, didn't have too much registrants, but still got to enroll these high-end clients and work with them closely. Thanks for joining me today, Leslie.
Thank you.
So can you tell our audience, our live audience here, I mean, there's not too many people live yet, but they will be, in the replay viewers, and we got kids banging on the door now, and crying. But anyway, can you tell our audience the kind of just an overview of how it all went down?
Yeah, with my challenge, I had a smallish group under 500 people when I started launching the challenge and launching my program. And I had about 50 people sign up. So some of them were new, most of them were not, right? But I guess how it all went down, like I followed your model for running the challenges and engaging with people and reaching out, like DMing, using the questions in the group to actually get information that's useful for the content that you're putting out there. Did all of that, and I guess the right people in the group were not triggered, but they found it, yeah, or like inspired, right?
Yeah.
And so out of 50 people who registered, I ended up having 40 or 4 people.
That's an 8% conversion rate. It's
Yeah.
Great, you know, because it's like it just shows you that if you had 500 registered, I'm not saying like you regret it, you know, because then you learned a lot what to improve next time, and you have your next one coming up. But it just goes to show you, even let's say double, if you had double, then
yeah,
that's a great conversion rate.
Yeah.
So it's not that you were new to having an offer or a program or even like launching or selling online or working with clients.
Yeah.
We even did some live challenges before, but it wasn't like this model that you did.
Yeah. No, I've done so many live challenges before, and I usually had like two to 3 people join at a time. 3 max.
To enroll in your programs.
What's that?
To customers, right?
Yeah. And so it was always kind of done on the fly. I'd kind of go with, I knew what I wanted to talk about, obviously, and the results that I wanted to get people, but I never had things set up, and like it's just like a completely different feeling.
Yeah, when you have oops, now I dropped my smoothie. When you have a workbook, right? When you have like the workbook.
Yeah. And actually the way that I did challenges before is I would show up live, teach what the people wanted to hear, and then come up with a worksheet right after the live and get it to them. And this way it was just like everything had more of a purpose to get to that end goal. Right?
Yeah.
So it made a huge difference.
Yeah, like starting with a framework so you know what you're going to talk about without though feeling like you have to follow it exactly. Like by doing this live, you still have the freedom to say, okay, you know, I did day 1, but I probably also should have added in this. So let me make sure to mention it on day 2. And like by the time you get to day 4, oh, well, I thought it was going to go this way, the energy in the group, but I think it's more going this way, and you can adapt and pivot.
Yeah.
It's live.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then when you did the challenge and enrolled the clients, you already started prepping for your next one, right? It's coming up soon.
Yeah, like June 1st.
Yeah, and there was different things to identify to make even better, to improve on.
Yeah. And I kind of like focused in on particular things on some of the topics, made it more results oriented instead of just a random topic. And I flipped some of the days around. Like I changed the order. But yeah, that's about it. And then it's just like switching out the graphics and changing the dates on things. And
yeah, you have this asset that you can use over and over and over again and get more registrants for and run paid traffic too, if you're confident on your conversion rate. And yeah, I remember like the first rendition of your opt-in page to the sign-up page for the challenge and the workbook. And I remember giving feedback like, well, it's just, it wasn't simple enough. It was almost like, I think even like the action items you gave them, it was like, well, this is what you should work with them on in the actual program. And like for the challenge, let's just keep it really simple. So now on Leslie's like next challenge, it's totally, people don't really like read so closely. Their eyes just kind of glaze over. And if the sentence makes sense, then okay, sure, I'll opt in. So now it's like super clear. I think you'll get, what's your goal for registrants for the challenge this time?
I want to get 100.
Cool.
More than that would be awesome, but
yeah. And then you're doing paid ads for it this time?
Yeah, I'm setting
up. You had your video. That was a cool video.
I mean, quiet, please. Crazies.
So yeah, so the ads will go up, and you just reverse engineer what you think you can make from it, and also now that you're running the program, it helps you to be more clear on how you describe the program, the offer.
Yeah. And like just seeing results that people are already getting.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that idea that you mentioned, like having the break in between so that you can onboard your clients and get them in the groove and then do your next challenge, right? Instead of like, it's got to be every 2 weeks or every month, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, the way I teach it is you can have some space in between your challenges, but still be selling in between challenges. Still sell, and you can still enroll clients into that main program, do consultation calls, or sell a lower ticket, shorter term program. But this was for your $8,500 12-month program?
Yeah. It's $7,500.
$7,500. Okay, $7,500 12-month program. Cool. Yeah, so like your legacy program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are excited to see your next launch that you do. Do you have any words of wisdom for the people who feel like they're total newbies and just getting started and haven't sold online yet?
I would just say, do it. Like if you feel like you're being pulled to offer something, don't be scared. I know it can be scary to think like, what are people going to think when I start showing up and selling stuff? That is not going to get you to where you want to be. You just have to start putting yourself out there, and the people who want what you're putting down, who want to pick up what you're laying down, are going to do it. Mm-hmm. So go for it.
That was actually something too with when you joined Impact, and I asked you like about your group. You said they were kind of dead, like maybe not the right people. And let you know, well, that's okay. You can clear some of them out. We can delete people and then pull in the new people, fresh people, and keep them engaged from the get-go.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the ongoing process.
Yeah. And I cleared out about 50 people from my group, and I've had about 60 new ones join in the last few weeks. So actually I looked at my chat bot this morning, and I have 100 new people that have enrolled in my chat bot.
Wow. Cool.
Crazy. I know.
Your email list is growing, your chat bot, your audience, the people engaging with you, showing up in your videos, joining your programs, and that's the fun of it all.
Yeah. It is way more fun when you have a game.
Yeah, actually someone posted on Facebook yesterday, like someone who was in this challenge, and she was talking about her group, and I gave her some feedback on the group, and then someone commented like, groups don't get as good engagement as your personal profile. Your personal profile gets better engagement. And I said, That is not a fact. That is true for you maybe because you've nurtured your personal profile, but what you focus on grows. I get way more engagement from my group, and I am more comfortable live streaming my group, selling in my group, connecting with the people in my group. So it's not that you can't use other platforms. Like you have other social medias.
Yeah.
But it's so much power that you can feel once you like focus in on one of the platforms.
Definitely. And I think like the other thing too, if you're just starting, don't feel like there's only one way to do stuff, like what Rachel was just saying. It's not that you have to use your personal profile or you have to only use your page or you need to do this or that. There are so many ways to do it. You really need to find what works for you and what works for the people that you want to work with.
Yep. Same even with the challenge. I give so much tips and tactics on how different things you can do in your challenge. It doesn't have to be 5 days. We've had people in the program get clients from doing a 3-day challenge. It doesn't have to be 9 days because you have bonuses. You don't have to do it. You can. You don't have to have afternoon bonuses. You don't have to do anything, but I mean, you got to do something if you want results. And we have people in the program too not doing challenges, just sticking with their live streams. We have some people just not doing live streams at all and are just more written people. We have some people not into organic, just into paid. Some that are just into organic, not ready yet for paid. And it's really about being excited about what you're doing and showing up with that excitement.
Yeah. And making sure that whatever it is that you're doing is bringing you to where you want to be. Like however you're doing it, it needs to have direction, right?
Yes. So thanks for hopping on and sharing your story. We will keep everyone updated with how the next challenge is, Leslie's next challenge is going to go on her launch and what happens in between also, because lots of magic can happen in between a big launch.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.